Hello all and welcome to yet another average shaman video. Today, bit of a disclaimer, it's going to be a very quick video guys, a very quick video indeed. We're going to talk about my keybinds and my macro setup on my druid tanks. This is just to purely help anyone who is a bit of a druid tank themselves. They can copy my keybinds and my macros, if they want, but it's just to help them and to help you learn how I get my setup. Now, like I said in my enhancement shaman keybinds and macros video, if you've not seen it and you've got an enhancement shaman, go and give it a watch. But I used to be a clicker for a very long time, to the point where not many people knew I was a clicker, and I used to click when on my tank. Now I do still know some people that click as tanks, and what I can say is on tanks and healers it is a lot more noticeable if you do click. Your reaction times aren't as smooth and whatnot, but hopefully by seeing this you learn a couple of things. One, how easy it is to keybind and macro your character. Two, that by simple layout and stuff like that, it just helps you and it helps your gameplay. And three, how awesome druids are. But anyway, right, we're going to kick off. I've got my basic movements as W, Ace and D. Same with my shaman. If my finger prohibits me lifting it, and you can see it, I have got main keybinds on my mouse pad. If you couldn't see it, basically at the side of my mouse I've got keybinds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's what I use to think. I very rarely use my fingers, because I know some people use their things to go on the top of the keyboard and click 1, 2, 3, 4, shift, whatever. But I actually don't. The way I set my mouse up, my pinky is on shift, that's W, that's A, and that's D. So like that, like diddly-dee. And if I need to use any abilities, I use E, Q, F and R and shift. That's all. And then my thumb goes from spacebar to alt. That's about it. So for example, shift E is my vortex, E is my war stomp ability, Q is my speed because I like the burst, my middle mouse button is charge, that's why it's going and it's saying I don't have a target. My shift and middle mouse button is incapacitating roar, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is either scroll up, scroll down, shift scroll up, shift scroll down, and shift click. That is literally it. With my, especially on a druid, all my keybinds are basically 1, 2, 3, shift 1, 2, 3. We don't need that many cooldowns, so with keybinds, because our rotation is pretty simple. I do have maul when I'm killing things on my own, and then I have shift 4 and shift 5 so I can quickly jump back into bear. But my bear forms and that are keybind as well, so my thumb can do this, can just switch to cat to travel. My bear, because of my mouse, with that's keybind 10, my kitty is keybind 11, my travel form is keybind 12. I'll only ever click these once a couple times. I do not do kitty weaving, and I don't do boomkin weaving. I did get rather good at boomkin weaving when I was doing the mage tower, but I don't like it. And especially once druid tanks get their 2 set and 4 set bonuses, you won't really need to do cat weaving for damage, because this set bonus is going to do it all for you. But to do this, basically you press escape, you go into key bindings. If you don't want to do it all on this, I don't blame you. Click quick bind keybind mode, and then you can keybind anything you want. There's a bit of a disclaimer though, it will keybind the action bar, not your ability. You've got to bear that in mind. It keybinds the action bar, so action bar 6, so action bar 2 button 5, if I clicked 1 on that, it will be permanently on that space, and then you put your ability on that space. That's all. I recommend pretty much doing what you want. Like if you've got a mouse like mine, pretty much, you know, you're not going to use your keybinds over 6 for major abilities. You want your you know, my main ability is 2 with thrash and then 3 as swipe. I've got a mouseover macro which I'm going to get to in a minute, but apart from that, most of my abilities are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Going into macros, I've got a few custom ones. I have now an Ursoc / Ravenous Frenzy macro, which I am going to copy. All my macros are going to be copied in the description below, guys, so it's absolutely fine. You can just literally go in the description, copy and paste them into WoW, pardon me, and they will work. It's a cast sequence macro that I've got, and I've keybound it to R. Now I do have my Ravenous Frenzy as set as F just in case, but I usually you will always use, especially if you are Venfir, you will always use your Incarnation and your Ravenous Frenzy together because it just boosts it all. It just makes it so much better. It's a cast sequence now. Once I get, you can even add trinkets to cast sequences as well. So which once you get the inscrutable quantum device, which is again a 3-minute cooldown, I will then add it to my cast sequence because everything will be basically on a 3-minute cooldown, which is what you want. And you'll basically say if that's trinket 13 slot, that's trinket 14 slot. The top one's always 13, the bottom one's always 14. And then I'll just literally put / cast use trinket 13, and then it'll still work. But I might have to press it twice, whereas with a cast sequence with 2, you only press the ability once. I think with up to 3, you've got to click the ability twice. I don't know. Have a play about with it. I don't have the trinket on me to actually use it. I don't even have any unused trinkets to use properly. But yeah. So that uses my Incarnation on Ravenous Frenzy. That used to use my that was my trinket, you know, and it was my Berserk, so I've still got that. My Moonfire is a mouseover macro. Now this is good because if you're like me, you don't want to be tab targeting. I can literally go, and I will use it here, have mouseover, and it is shift 2. I will go over this. I don't have to click it. I can click that as well. So I'm clicking. I'm targeting this person over here. I go over here, shift 2, and I've cast it on that rather than what I was targeting. I'll just kill this rather quickly if I can. Nope, I'm tabbing out there, and I used one of my macros. I just didn't go there. But you get what it's useful. I've also got a mouseover macro with Taunt. Now again, I will be on there. I will go over there. I'm out of range, and I've taunted that. That was a mouseover macro. You see, I'm targeted this, but I mouseover macro taunted that. I've got that mainly because if you're in any groups, like all Venfir, well, like any druids, you excel in big pulls. You know, with a lot of ads where you can get your thrash going and stuff like that. So I thought I've benefited off the mouseover macros with Taunt and with Moonfire. Because I can have the main ad, you know, like say if you're on Halls of Atonement, you know, you've got the shard, that's the main target. You don't want that going off and hitting anybody. So you run in, you get aggro on that. But say you've got like I don't know, like a little caster guy, I can't remember the mobs, that are to the left of the shard going over to the left, like the entrance shard to the left, and then you've got them little guys, like them little grubbins and tubbins people. If one of them decides to bugger off, you can just mouse over macro, taunt it back. Which is good, which is this shadow cast target mouse over growl. You can do that with any abilities if you wanted. With the mangle, thrash and swipe are just AoE abilities anyway, so you don't really need them, especially thrash. That just gets everything, and you know, swipe is up to, you know, I think it's diminishing returns after 5, so them you really don't need. But you know, Moonfire and Taunt, I would say, is an absolute must. You could even do it with Ursul's Vortex if you wanted it. You know, you could have a cursor macro if you wanted it, but I like doing, this because it casts instantly. It goes, so I can just click that off, Shift E, and it goes right over there. But it can pretty much work with anything. You can even do interrupt windows, like your charge, like your skull bash, with mouseover macros and stuff like that. And it's really nice. It's definitely worth doing. Have a play about with it. As I said, that is pretty much it of my macro list. I did have like Starfall and Sunfire for when I was boomy swapping, but I'm not really doing that. So yeah, but that is literally my keybinds and macros, guys. That's literally it on this character. No fuss, no fuss, no bust, no coconuts. Done and dusted. Macros and that are in the description below in case you want to copy and paste them. If you like the video, quick cheeky like, maybe a bit of a subscribe would be lovely, but it's not needed. And I hope you like the video. I hope it was useful to you. Comment below, if you've got some nifty macros of your own that you want to share with the community, then bash them in the comments, people. Pass them macros on, Big Daddy. But apart from that, guys, I hope you liked the video. Hope you found it useful. Average Shaman and his Venfi Bear out. Thank you.